Level 1. The idealist. The academy smells like polished floors and fresh uniforms. Your boots squeak when you walk the hallway. Everything feels new, clean. You believe in the mission. Protect the country. Enforce the law. Be the good guy. You memorize procedure like scripture. Every rule, every code. Your instructors drill it into your head. Integrity above everything. They repeat it so often, it becomes rhythm, a heartbeat in your mind. Integrity, 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 integrity. You imagine the future. The badge on your chest. Criminals in handcuffs. Justice served. You picture yourself as the hero, and for a while, you are. Your first assignments are small. Background checks, surveillance logs, data entry. You sit under fluorescent lights while computer fans hum quietly beside you. Boring work, but it feels important. Every report you file feels like a brick in the wall protecting the country. Then one night, your supervisor taps your desk. Come with me. You follow him into a small interview room. The air smells like stale coffee. A suspect sits across the table, nervous, sweating. Your supervisor asks you to confirm a detail in the report, but the suspect didn't say that. You remember the transcript clearly. You hesitate. Your supervisor looks at you, just a glance. Cold, expectant. He says quietly, write it down. You feel the weight of the pen in your hand. It's just one sentence, just one adjustment, nothing major. Your first lie. You write it. The ink dries fast, too fast, and just like that, something changes. You don't notice it yet, but the first step is taken, and you've just entered level 2. Level 2, the rationalizer. At first, you replay the moment over and over. The pen scratching paper. The sentence that never happened. You tell yourself it was necessary. The suspect was guilty anyway. You're helping the system move faster. That's how justice works, right? Small adjustments for the greater good. Your supervisor congratulates you later. Good instincts. 2 simple words, but they feel like approval, like belonging. Soon, the adjustments get easier. A missing timestamp, a slightly altered statement. Nothing dramatic, just small corrections. You convince yourself the truth is messy, and you're simply cleaning it up. The cases start getting bigger. Drug rings, financial crimes, organized networks. You sit in dark surveillance vans while rain taps against the roof, headphones on, eyes locked on glowing monitors. Hours pass, weeks, months, and slowly, your view of the world shifts. You start seeing criminals everywhere, lies everywhere, everyone hiding something. You stop trusting people. You stop trusting rules. Because the rules slow things down, and you're trying to stop real threats. So, when another agent suggests bending procedure, you don't argue. You nod, because you're starting to understand how the game is played. But the game has levels, and the next one changes everything. Level 3, the insider. Now you're trusted, not publicly, quietly. You're invited into conversations that happen after the meeting ends. Doors close. Voices drop. Real decisions get made. A senior agent shows you a confidential database. Information no civilian should ever see. Financial records, travel patterns, phone metadata, a map of people's lives. You realize something unsettling. The FBI knows everything. And with that knowledge comes power. Unfiltered power. You start running searches for cases. Then, sometimes, for curiosity. A neighbor, a politician, an ex-girlfriend. Just quick checks. No one notices. The system logs it, but nobody questions it. Because you're part of the circle now, and the circle protects its own. Soon, you're asked for a favor. A local businessman is under investigation, but a powerful senator wants the probe delayed. Just a few weeks. Nothing permanent. Your supervisor shrugs. Politics. You delay the paperwork. The investigation pauses. No alarms ring. Nothing explodes. And the world keeps spinning. That's when you realize something dangerous. The law isn't fixed. It's flexible. And the people holding the badge decide how flexible it becomes. But power doesn't stay quiet for long. And the next level demands something bigger. Level 4, the fixer. Your phone rings late at night now. Unknown numbers. Short conversations. Requests wrapped in vague language. Can you take a look at this case? Maybe slow it down. Maybe speed it up. You're the guy who can make things happen. Paperwork disappears. Evidence gets delayed. Witnesses suddenly lose credibility. You learn how the system breathes, where it's weak, where it bends. You pull strings nobody else sees. And the results are immediate. People walk free. Investigations collapse. Charges never appear. At first, it feels terrifying. Then, strangely normal. The system isn't a machine. It's a web. and you've learned how to tug the threads. But webs catch things, and eventually, something catches you. A man approaches you outside a courthouse. He knows your name, your schedule, your habits. He smiles like he's known you for years. "You're hard to reach," he says. Your stomach tightens, because the way he says it feels like a threat. Then he offers you a deal, a payment for a small favor. Your pulse pounds in your ears. This is different. This isn't bending rules. This is breaking them. You walk away, but his words stay with you, because deep down, you know this isn't the last time you'll see him. And level 5 is already waiting. Level 5, the compromised. The second time he calls, you answer. Not because you want to, because you're curious. Curiosity is dangerous. He knows things about you. The altered reports, the delayed investigations. He lists them calmly, like reading from a grocery list. "You've helped people before," he says. "This is the same." Your throat feels dry. You tell yourself it's different. But the truth is, you crossed the line a long time ago. Now he just wants you to keep walking. The favor is simple. A warehouse inspection gets postponed. 1 week. That's it. You stare at the phone after the call ends. Your heart is racing. You could report him, expose everything, but that would expose you too. So you wait. You hesitate. And eventually, you make the call. Inspection delayed. 1 week. 7 days later, the warehouse burns down. News helicopters circle the smoke. Reporters speculate about criminal evidence destroyed in the fire. You watch from your living room, hands shaking. That's when the reality hits. You're not bending the system anymore. You're protecting criminals. And criminals protect themselves, which means they're protecting you, whether you like it or not. But protection always comes with a price. And the final level collects it. Level 6. The ghost. You stop seeing yourself as an agent. You're something else now. A shadow inside the system. Files move when you move. Investigations shift when you speak. People you've never met depend on you. Crime networks, political operatives, corporate executives, they all know your value. Your phone never stops buzzing. Encrypted messages, anonymous accounts, requests, payments. You tell yourself you're in control. But control is an illusion, because the deeper you go, the more people own pieces of you. Every altered report, every delayed raid, every missing file, evidence stacked like bricks around your life. A prison built slowly over years. And one morning, the knock comes. Not loud, not dramatic. 3 calm knocks on your door. You open it. 2 agents stand outside. Badges out, faces blank. Internal affairs. The hallway suddenly feels too small, too quiet. They ask to come in. You already know why they're here. The investigation has been running for months. Financial patterns, database access logs, witness statements. Your entire career reconstructed, one piece at a time. The same tools you once used on criminals, now pointed directly at you. You sit across from them in your own living room. The air feels heavy. They ask simple questions. You give careful answers. But both sides know the truth. The system always catches up. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but eventually it balances the scales. Because corruption doesn't just destroy the law, it destroys the person holding the badge. And as the agents stand to leave, one of them pauses at the door. He looks back at you, not angry, not smug, just tired, because he knows something you're only starting to understand. Every corrupt agent thinks they're the exception, the one who won't get caught, the one who can control the system. But the system is bigger than any badge, bigger than any secret, bigger than you. And now you're left sitting in the silence, the badge still on your table, the life you built slowly collapsing around it. You remember the academy, the polished floors, the promise you made, integrity above everything. And the realization hits harder than any arrest ever could. You didn't lose your career in one moment. You lost it in 1,000 tiny decisions. A sentence in a report, a delayed investigation, a phone call you should have ignored. Small steps, one after another, until the ladder ended and there was nowhere left to climb. Because corruption never feels like corruption while it's happening. It feels like compromise, justified, necessary, temporary, until one day you look back and realize you crossed a line so far behind you, you can't even see it anymore.